introduce yourselves and take it away.
Okay, I'm Sturdivant.
I'm Jovon. I'm in California.
We're here to talk about improving transportation around campus. Okay, our idea is that we should add electric scooter stations around campus for convenient, environmentally friendly, and short commutes for students.
Alright, so last year Jovon had bike sharing stations, and they were kind of an eyesore, and they were hardly ever used, and they were torn down actually after the academic school year last year. So now the only means of transportation are by bus, if you have your own bike, and if you have your own car. Alright, so one of our reasons for why we should have electric scooters on campus is because it's more eco-friendly than pretty much all other ways of transportation, whether that be through bus or car, because they run on batteries, and so there's no fumes or there's no burning of like fossil fuels or anything like that in the engine, and they don't give off any carbon emissions because of that. And that helps improve the air quality and decrease the air pollution in our earth. And I actually looked up some research and found that if a scooter runs for 10 miles daily on average, then there would be a daily reduction of about 3,500 grams of carbon per scooter. So that would really help with our earth as a whole. Yeah, sometimes if you're like me, I find myself getting up 1 to 2 hours earlier than the time needed to be to get my stuff together, get breakfast or whatever. And so e-scooters would eliminate the transportation gaps, and so students and even faculty could focus on what really matters, and that's education. Another reason was because it would help save money for pretty much everyone, basically. I found that it costs less than a penny per mile to ride, and whereas like with a car or bus or anything, you have to pay gas, and we all know how expensive gas can be in our country. And cars cost up to 1,500% more per mile to ride, and so the cars obviously have more expenses that add up, like maintenance fees, registration fees, or like insurance, license fees. And for the scooters, it would just be a one-time fee to ride, basically.
Okay. Riding electric scooters will be fun and healthy for you at the same time. See, scooters eliminate boring walks, so you don't have to take boring walks anymore. They make short commutes more exciting. Standing up is better for your body in the long run, and you can enjoy nature at a first-hand perspective.
Okay, so for our plan of action and how we would basically implement this into our school, first we would contact John Booley of Elon Student Life to propose our initial idea of getting scooters here. And if we were to get approval from him and the school, we would contact this electric scooter company called Bird. They're one of the top electric scooter companies. They actually have electric scooters on campuses like UCLA, Arizona State, University of Toledo, just to name a couple. And we would contact their company to get them to provide us the scooters to use here at Elon. And we figured we would set up 7 different stations around campus. One at Crest, one at Danley, one at Nades, one at Oaks, one at Lakeside, one at Mill Point towards the other end of campus, and one at the Shar Center with 6 scooters at each station. So we have a total of 42 scooters here on campus. And so basically we would have the students sign a user agreement that would be like kind of like intertwined between the school and the company as well. Kind of like, that's really more for like safety purposes. So that it's kind of like saying if you were to get injured while using a scooter, you cannot like sue us or whatever. It's kind of like for safety issues. And then when you sign a user agreement, your name will go into a computerized system, which is incorporated through the app, through the company's app, Bird. They have an app, and that's kind of like how you locate and unlock the scooters to be able to ride them from one station. And it would be $1 to ride it and 15 cents per minute after to ride the scooter, which shouldn't be a problem because your rides are never usually going to be more than like 5 or 10 minutes long, so you probably won't have to pay anything over like $5 or if that to ride the scooter each time.
So how the scooters work, they're managed through a app on smartphones or whatever, and they're locked and unlocked on the app, and they're tracked by GPS and they're internet connected, so you can go on the app and know where the charged up scooters are and what stations they are at.
Like Jovon said, these scooters are around many of the colleges around America. Some more including University of Troy, Cal State of Long Beach, Arizona State University, University of Georgia, University of Texas, and many other campuses across the world.
Alright, so we have demonstrated a unique way to improve student life here at Elon University by improving our campus transportation. So our question is, will Elon University help the students by supporting our idea of electric scooters on campus? Any questions?
Sure, who wants to start?
Do you know how much like each scooter will cost to like bring to campus?
On the website, it said each scooter is $100 per scooter.
What other questions?
Are they waterproof?
Are they what?
Waterproof.
I mean, you can drive
Can you
them.
like ride one in the?
Yes, you can drive them in the rain, but like when it comes to heavy rain, you're not supposed to ride on campus. That should be an hazard.
Certainly not snow.
Yeah.
Slip and slide.
Yeah,
How many would you have? How many scooters would you need to adequately outfit the campus?
We were thinking about having about 42. We would have 7 stations and 6 scooters per station. To start as a starting point.
And with the student body, you think 42 would be enough to provide that extra bit of transportation?
Yeah, because I mean last year with the bikes, they had probably around that number and they weren't really being used. But I feel like the electric scooters, they would be used a lot more than the bikes.
One other question. Go ahead.
What happens if they break? If you fix that?
That would be like a maintenance problem. So we would probably have to contact the bird company onto like exactly how to like fix them, or we would probably ship it back to them. Maybe they fix it and then we ship it back.
Any other questions? All right, so fill out your feedback sheets and I'll come around in a few minutes and gather them from you. All right. When you guys are done just passing down the narrative, so I can get them from her in the back.
Maybe that's what it's up to.
We could meet at like here at like 10.
I know it's not a class before.
No, I think we have to see.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Since we have a good deal of time, we asked the questions, we didn't go through the feedback from this team, did we? Okay. So, what things did they do well? Jovon?
Professor.
Yes, okay.
I feel like I have background knowledge. I didn't hesitate on my questions and
Mhm.
stuff. I think
Okay.
ish.
Yes, John,
And
Jack.
also about how successful it was at other schools, so it's a good learning factor.
Okay. What else? What else did they do well?
They brought up like a previous system that we tried to implement, and then how it didn't work, and then how we could fix based off that.
Are you talking about the
The
bicycles?
bicycles.
Okay, yeah. What other things did they do well? Anything they could improve?
But
Shane.
like the next steps that they were gonna take afterwards, like how many scooters they're gonna get, and like who they're gonna reach out to, like they said neighborhoods, so maybe, so.
Yeah, more specificity, guys. So if you have the information, you already know 42 is the magic number. Put that on the slide. It's very compelling, so it tells the story. What else could they have done differently? For me, and I made a note on the feedback form, the order of those last slides seemed jumbled. So, Jovon, you talked about the different schools already have this program in place, but the slide didn't come up until Will was talking. So they didn't seem in order. And then I thought you guys were getting ready to conclude when you were telling me about the plan of action, and then you went into how the scooters work. So you want to give that that information up front. So I would change, before you submit it, I would change the order of that to have it be a little bit more logical. It'll make more sense. And certainly take a look at my notes. Any other thoughts or comments, things they might have done differently?
Maybe have more enthusiasm.
More enthusiasm? Okay. So remember, it is difficult when you're presenting and your emotions get pulled back. So you definitely have to exaggerate, dramatize a little bit, right? Were you feeling that you did that? Talked a little louder?
Yeah.
Okay. So a technique also, if you are nervous, is to talk louder. Because what happens when we talk louder, our voice comes down about half an octave to an octave, and that makes you sound a little more authoritative. It also will even out your voice if it's wavering a little bit. Sometimes we have a little shaky voice. The louder you talk, it'll even that right out. So this is not, a public speaking course. This is a course in understanding how to communicate in business, how to prepare ideas logically that are based on evidence, right? What we talked about the first day. And I think we've met the criteria for that with these presentations today. So really nice job. I will take that from you when you're finished. Since we have so much time left, I want to use the time we have left, since our class isn't officially until noon, to hand out the student perception survey. So we'll get a little bit ahead of ourselves and get those done today. But I do need someone to volunteer. And yes, I'm so compelling a presence. Excuse me. Hello. So I do need somebody to volunteer to take these over after class to Alamance building. Who can volunteer to take them over after class today? Okay, thanks, Jack. I appreciate you. So you should have plenty of time, since we'll probably be out of here by 11:30. So I'm going to hand these out. If there's any extra, don't throw them away. I need to know if there's an extra in the set here. So what I'm going to do is, as I'm handing these out, just pass these around. You will. And John, I'll give this to you. So once you fill out your evaluations, give them to Jeff so he can put them in the envelope. So this form is used to collect your perceptions of the class. The student will collect these forms to identify who that is. It contains 13 items related to this course, as well as some demographic information. It also has spaces for you to make comments. Please do not write comments or make marks outside of the boxes. Note that you should put an X in the small boxes You may use a pen or pencil. When you're done, bring the forms to Jack. Thank you very much for doing that. So I'm going to step out and do the scan those evals. If you presented today, please hang around until I get back. If you are finished and did not present today, you may get the rest of your time back. This is your Mac. Okay.
I can do it. Thank you, you're appreciated. Besides the chart.
Yeah, no, I just need to.
What are we, everything's done.
No, it's not.
Including that.
We need to go through what we're gonna do, like, it's gonna cost $50,000.
I think, well, when I went, because I was gonna try to create an app, like try to see if I could do it for like cheap enough. And it said like, oh, you can create it for like,
Wait, have you guys got one? Oh, they're working. So then the cost of the app is $51,500 for me. We're charged to buy that. We're charged like, I don't know how much it is.
yeah. When I went on this app,
Yeah.
this is a little screenshot.
Okay, so I think we should reorder our slides. So I think the parking lot should come back. So first of all, saying that we're gonna raise the price. But I would say that we use the money from, raising the price of the parking ticket towards the app.
Well, okay, so on here, like this is like a super, this is like a professional thing, and you can do it like $40 a month, and you get.
Try to,
Instead
as
of
best you
like a
can.
flat rate, is that what it sounds like? $40 a month.
I mean, to be honest, she's not gonna research.
I just changed, we go from agenda to right to news project.
Could have done more research on cost.
Yeah, I agree.
Add two
I just cheaper on your actual.
Okay, so the cost of the app is, the cost of the app is $40.
Well,